From the Sony Pictures Studios, this is Jeopardy!
Thank you, Johnny. Welcome to Jeopardy! We've got a great game lined up for you. Let's see if you like these first-round categories. Brotherly rock. Really big. How sweet it is. Odd plurals. They almost starred in. And completing the board, our final category is sports and leisure. Player one, your turn.
This actor, seen here, was offered the role of Frankenstein's monster before Boris Karloff.
Player two. Definitely. Your choice, player two.
They almost starred in. For 200, please.
Anne Bancroft turned down the role of Nurse Ratched in this film. Louise Fletcher must be grateful.
Player three. Right you are. If you would, player three.
Really big. For 100, please.
You'll find the largest one in Mexico, not Egypt. Its base covers nearly 45 acres.
Is that it? Anyone?
Odd plurals. For 100, please.
It's the plural of louse.
Anyone?
Sports and leisure. For 100, please.
Important races of this animal, first held in the 1860s, include Canada's Queen's Plate and the Belmont Stakes.
Player two. That's right. Player two, you choose.
Sports and leisure. For 200, please, Alex.
In the 1800s, these balls were stuffed with feathers, molded of gutta percha, and wound with rubber.
They almost starred in. For 300.
Director George Stevens considered starring Grace Kelly in this 1956 film based on an Edna Ferber novel.
Anybody? Player three. Well done, yes. Player three, it's your turn.
They almost starred in. For 400, please, Alex.
The role of Joe Buck in this film made Jon Voight a star, but it was originally meant for Michael Sarrazin.
Player two. Right you are. Your choice, player two.
They almost starred in. For 500, Alex.
Liam Neeson might have seized the day in this 1989 film, but Robin Williams starred instead.
Player 3. You're correct. Okay, player 3.
How sweet it is. For 100, Alex.
It boasts that it's the world's most popular sugar substitute.
And player 2. That's it. It's your turn, player 2.
How sweet it is. For 200, please.
This 1969 hit was Neil Diamond's first million seller.
Sports and leisure. For 300.
This Clue murder weapon could also light up the table in the dining room.
Player 3. Definitely. Player 3, what will it be?
Brotherly Rock. For 100, please.
Duane and Greg. In the 1960s, they recorded as Hourglass.
Anybody?
Sports and leisure. For 400, Alex.
Answer? The Daily Double. Player 3, could we have your wager, please?
It's the foul nickname of the University of Oregon's athletic teams.
Player 3. Oh, that's incorrect.
Really big. For 200, Alex.
Longer than 2 football fields, this airship was launched at Friedrichshafen, Germany in 1936.
Player 3. That's it.
Let's do really big. For 300, please.
Growing over 20 feet, it's the largest predatory fish.
Player 2. Yes, indeed. Player 2, you choose.
How sweet it is. For 300.
They're the female counterpart of male barbershop quartet singers.
Anybody? Player 3. Well done, yes. Okay, player 3.
Really big. For 400, Alex.
Greenland is more than 2.5 times the size of this next largest island.
Player 1. Oh, regrettably, no.
How sweet it is. For 400, Alex.
In 1985, moviegoers went crazy over Jessica Lange's performance as Patsy Cline in this film.
Odd plurals. For 200?
It's the plural of ox.
Player one. Definitely. Your choice, player one.
In a series at Marvel Comics, his daughter May has taken up his crime-fighting ways as Spider-Girl.
Player one. Exactly.
It's the plural of alumnus.
Player one. That's it.
It's the plural of squid. It's the plural of erratum.
Player one. Right you are.
This Tennessee Williams play features fading film star Princess Cosmonopoulos. Brothers Eddie and Alex, who form the core of this rock band, were born in the Netherlands. Brothers Tim, Andrew, and John Ferris formed half of this Need You Tonight sextet.
Player one. That's it.
They hit #1 with You've Lost That Lovin' Feelin'.
Anyone?
Germane to the category is this quintet with hits such as I'll Be There and Dancing Machine.
And to wrap up this board,
With its supporting roots and trunks, a single one of these trees in India covers some 3 acres.
player two. Oh, that's incorrect. Player three. Right you are. That's the end of the Jeopardy round. Let's take a look at the scores. Player three, you're doing well, so keep it going. Player one, you're still in contention. Player two, you're in last place, but you do get to start things off first in Double Jeopardy. Now it's time for the Double Jeopardy round. Dollar values double, and we have 2 daily doubles for you on the board. Let's get to the categories for Double Jeopardy. Name the poet. Capital quotes. World history. Festive food. Sharks. And the final category, abbreviations. It's your turn, player 2.
I'll try sharks. For 200, please.
All sharks have at least one dorsal fin and one caudal fin, better known as this.
Player 2. Well done, yes.
Sharks. For 400, Alex.
The smallest of the 9 species of this shark actually looks more like a shovel up front.
Player 1. That's it. Player 1, what'll it be?
A battery-powered device for divers repels sharks using this type of field.
Player 1. No, that's not right. Sorry. Answer, the Daily Double. Player 1, please make your wager.
This term for a mass descent of sharks on prey is also applied to massive media interest.
Player 1. Nice try, but that is incorrect.
It's said that black wetsuits attract great white sharks because swimmers resemble these animals.
Player 1. You're correct.
Abbreviated HMOs, many Americans are now enrolled in these groups that function as both insurers and care providers.
Player 2. That's it. Your choice, Player 2.
Let's do abbreviations. For 400, Alex.
Meaning a feeding apparatus, IV stands for this.
Player 1. You're correct. Player one, your turn.
Advertised in face creams as well as beach products, SPF stands for this.
Nobody. Player two. That's right. It's your turn, player two.
Abbreviations. For 800.
Answer, a video daily double. Player two, your wager, please.
The man seen here was a member of this political party, abbreviated the ANC.
Player two? Oh, that's incorrect.
Festive food. For 200, please.
Heloise suggests dyeing your kids' pancakes this color on St. Patrick's Day.
Player one? Yes. Player one, what'll it be?
Tenderfoots know it's the BSA. You can make pudding as well as pie from the pulp of this jack-o'-lantern plant.
Player one? You're correct.
Cheese kreplach and cheese blintzes are suggested dishes for Shavuot, a holiday of this religion. Cinco de Mayo is the perfect time to serve margaritas and this classic avocado dip.
Player one. That's right.
This Hawaiian island celebrates its famous onions with an annual festival that includes a recipe contest.
Anybody?
Mark Twain called this U.S. city that grand old benevolent national asylum for the helpless.
Player two. Well done, yes. Your choice, player two.
Capital quotes. For 400, Alex.
It was Lord Byron who wrote, "When falls the Colosseum, this Italian city shall fall."
Player three. Yes. If you would, player three.
I'd like capital quote. For 600, please, Alex.
In his poem, Hellas, Shelley wrote, "Let there be light, said liberty, and this Greek city arose."
Player 1. Exactly. Your choice, Player 1.
Field Marshal Montgomery said, Rule 1 on page 1 of the Book of War is, do not march on this Russian city.
Player 1. You're correct.
A famous landmark is seen here in this British city once described as a nation, not a city.
Player 1. Right you are.
My little horse must think it queer to stop without a farmhouse near.
Player 2. Well done, yes. Player 2, you choose.
Name the poet. For 400, please.
The best laid schemes o' mice and men gang after gley.
Player 2. That's it.
Name the poet. For 600, please.
In the world of mules there are no rules.
Player 2. Exactly.
I'll take Name the poet. For 800.
Water, water everywhere, nor any drop to drink.
Name the poet. For 1,000.
I met a traveler from an antique land who said, 2 vast and trunkless legs of stone stand in the desert.
Player 2. You're correct.
World history. For 200, Alex.
In 1698, this great Russian Tsar founded Taganrog. 5 years later, he founded a better-known port.
Player 3. Definitely. Player 3, it's your turn.
Give me world history. For 400, please, Alex.
This king was Catherine Parr's 3rd husband, and she was his 6th wife.
Player 3. Right you are.
World history. For 600.
During the Tang Dynasty, 618 to 907, Chang'an in this country was the most populous city in the world.
Player 2. Yes. Player 2.
World history. For 800, please, Alex.
East met West with this country's October 3rd, 1990 reunion.
Player 1. Yes, indeed. And the final answer of the round.
In early 1774, Captain Cook came within 300 miles of discovering this icy continent.
Player 1. That's right. That's the end of the double Jeopardy round. Let's check out the scores. Player 1, you've got the lead going into Final Jeopardy. Player 2, you're not too far off the lead. Don't count yourself out, Player 3. All right, now it's time for Final Jeopardy. I'll show you the category and give you a few seconds to think about your wager. The category in Final Jeopardy is Law Enforcement. Player 3, could we have your wager, please? Player 2, your wager, please. Player 1, please make your wager. Player 3. Player 2.
This state police force developed from bands of Indian fighters who protected American settlers in Mexico.
Player 1. Well, how did everyone manage with that clue? Player 3, your question. Sorry, that's wrong. How much did it cost you? Player 2, your question. Sorry, that's incorrect. How much did it cost you? Player 1, your question. That's right. And your wager was? Our big winner, Player 1. See you again on our next game of Jeopardy! Bye, everybody.